We move on to hole 7. Valarie Jenkins, 3 strokes ahead of Zoe Andyke, 4 strokes ahead of Paige Pierce. The wind is howling, and Zoe Andyke puts that up. Trails off a little bit right. She's going to have about 80 feet. Paige Pierce continuing to attack this course. That fades off right. She is way down. Has probably 120 up the hill for the save, up and down to save par. Valarie Jenkins fades off left, and Sarah HOKOM, without that tree, would be in great position. Thank you to Pro Discus. Sarah HOKOM, easy up and down for par. Paige Pierce, a quality jump putt, a very nice run by Paige Pierce from 70 feet. Zoe Andyke puts it under the pin. And Valarie Jenkins for birdie. Count it! 2 great putts in a row by Valarie Jenkins. She is up by 4. Let's see how the men finish out on hole 7. We move on to hole 8. Valarie Jenkins ahead by 4. Here is Valarie Jenkins on the tee. This is about 250 feet to clear the water. It is an island green. That wall behind is OB. And Valarie brings it into play. She'll have about a 30-footer for birdie. Zoe Andyke will have about a 3-footer for birdie. A beautiful drive by Zoe Andyke. Paige Pierce doesn't quite come through enough on that. That fades off hard left. She will have a challenging up and down for par on this very wide island green. Sarah HOKOM, birdie. Couple of snakes sunbathing. It's a beautiful day here at Maple Hill if you love the wind. Paige Pierce avoids the tree and lands it under the basket. A great save by Paige Pierce. Valarie Jenkins for birdie, call it a par. Zoe Andyke will be carding the par along with Sarah HOKOM. They both gain a stroke on Valarie. Let's see how the men finish out. We move on to hole 9, a very treacherous up the hill, then down the hill onto a peninsula green hole. This is a par 4 for the women, a par 3 for the men. Zoe Andyke pulls her drive well right. That's not going to be any fun. And Valarie also goes to the right. And Paige Pierce also goes to the right. On this drive, you want to go straight and then turn right. These girls all turned right a little too early. Paige Pierce's second shot. She'll have a chance at going up and down for the par. Okay. Zoe Andyke's second and third shots. And that is trailing off left. She will have an up and down to save the bogey. Valarie's second shot. She is so smooth. A beautiful shot by Valarie. Paige Pierce lays it on the green. She will be carding the easy par. Zoe Andyke, her fourth shot. She just wants to get close and save the bogey. She does that. A beautiful shot. Sarah HOKOM on point. She gets the par. Move on to the men. We advance to hole 10, a left to right up the hill. This is a gettable par 4. With 2 good drives, they could have a really good look at birdie. Sarah HOKOM goes the unconventional route. That's the new route that was cut for the men's gold pad. And Valarie Jenkins takes the conventional route. She might have a really good look with a good upshot at birdie. Paige Pierce turns it a little much. She's going to be a little tight to the right-hand side. And Zoe hits an early tree. Let's jump to Zoe's second shot. A fantastic shot. Hits a tree, but she got a good ways up the fairway. She's got to look it up and down to save the par. And Paige Pierce going for the birdie. Hits an early tree as well. She's in trouble in those deep woods on the right. Valarie Jenkins does what Valarie Jenkins does. Let's watch Sarah HOKOM, and then let's jump back and see the men real quick. So let's finish out hole 10. Everybody is on their third shot. Zoe Andyke will have a look at par save. Very nice save by Zoe. Paige Pierce with a very challenging shot. Right through the trees. Oh, kicks right. She has a very long putt for par. here is that putt. Count it. Paige Pierce continues to play aggressive this round. Well done, Paige. On the elevated basket, not always easy to get your disc. Valarie Jenkins for birdie. Well done. Valarie gains a stroke on the field as Zoe Andyke has this for par. She puts it in. Let's get back to action on the men's side. We'll see hole 11 in just a minute. Let's go to hole 11. This is the longest hole on the course. The women are playing the blue pin, which comes in at 670 feet. Valarie Jenkins rides it out to the left. This wind is having a lot of fun wreaking havoc today. And Sarah HOKOM has potentially the drive of her life. That is awesome. Well done, Sarah HOKOM. And Paige, the wind decides that thing needs to get down fast. And she's going to have a very tough upshot if she wants to card the birdie here on hole 11. Zoe Andyke pulls that off to the right. She's playing with the woods off to the right. Back to the men. All right, we pick up the action on hole 10. The women's second shots. Valarie Jenkins has got a very awkward lie against these trees. She just wants to get out and have a chance at the up and down to save par. And she does get out. She's got about 120 feet up and down to save the par. Zoe Andyke hits an early Christmas tree. $50 will get rid of that for next year. Sarah HOKOM, a beautiful shot, skips it to the right. She is set up for the easy birdie on this 670-foot hole. Good golly. Zoe Andyke puts that, I suspect, much higher than she had hoped. It fades off left. She's still got work to do. Her next shot is for par. And Paige Pierce, I mentioned earlier, she's going to have a tough upshot to card the birdie. And she does not make it look tough at all. A beautiful shot. Back to the men. So it's time to watch the women finish out hole 11. Valarie Jenkins with her third shot on this 760-foot par 4. My apologies, 670-foot par 4. Nice and easy hyzer around the trees. She's got about, after the roll, about 20 feet for the par. Basket's elevated just a little bit on that hillside. This is Zoe Andyke for par. Her second shot hit off a very short tree. It sits. She'll be carding the bogey on hole 11. Valarie Jenkins for par. Count it. Right in the center of those chains, Valarie Jenkins will be carding the par on hole 11, although she will be losing ground to both Paige Pierce. Paige runs up to get this very quickly. She saw snakes there earlier in the day, just about a second ago. And Sarah HOKOM also cards the birdie. So moving on to hole 11, Valarie leads by 5. And we advance to hole 11. Valarie Jenkins with a 5-stroke lead over Paige Pierce, 6 strokes over Zoe Andyke. And here's Sarah HOKOM's drive on hole 12. She gets it into the field. Paige Pierce, huge distance, gets that well into the field, gets a skip maybe a little too far left. She'll have a right to left to get down into the woods again. And Valarie puts that off right. She might be behind a Christmas tree. We will have to see what happens with Valarie on hole 12. Zoe Andyke flattens it out. It fades left. If it can stay out of the woods, she'll be okay. Looks like she's going to be okay. Special thanks to some of our sponsors. We've got Innova, a premier partner. Discraft, another premier partner. Flying Dreams Brewery, that's a local beer company. DGA, the original disc-tac-toe game. Thank you to Homegrown for being here. Night Eyes, a huge partner, especially for the night events. Let's get back to Paragon Disc Golf. We advance to the very challenging hole 12. This is close to 800 feet. It ends up with a 300-foot shot through the woods. We've got Valarie Jenkins, second shot. She puts it up very nicely. That fades back. Oh, it just gets a drop. She's stuck next to some trees, has an awkward lie, but has a chance at going up and down to save the par. Zoe Andyke with a very interesting roller goes off right. She's in trouble on the right-hand side. This is Sarah HOKOM, second shot. She would have loved to have been about 8 feet farther. She puts up a nice shot. That's a beautiful shot. And Paige going for the birdie, trying to hit that thin gap, just misses out. Here's Valarie Jenkins' third shot. It's a beautiful little fairway she can attack. And she does it very nicely. Valarie Jenkins will be carding, if she can hit that putt, the par 4. Here's Paige Pierce. She just wants to hang, not lose any more ground. An even nicer approach. A beautiful shot by Paige Pierce. Sarah HOKOM, third shot. She should have that putt all day, every day. And Zoe Andyke, after rolling into some trouble, this is her fourth shot. Oh, that goes a little too far. She's got this for bogey. Hole 12, a double bogey for Zoe Andyke, losing a couple strokes to Valarie Jenkins. Paige Pierce cards the par, solid putt. As does Valarie Jenkins. The lead maintains, the lead abides. The lead is 5.